Hello from Jersey. So today's supposed to be my sunny beach day. I keep waiting for there to be a nice day, and I keep saying to myself, "Self, you're gonna go to the beach on that nice day." It's kind of cloudy. There's some gray ones too. So I don't know how much sun I'm gonna get on my sunny beach day, but I'm gonna go and we'll see. It's supposed to be like partly cloudy this morning, and then at 2 it's supposed to get really cloudy. So I'm hoping that means that I at least get some sun for the next like 3 or 4 hours until the real clouds set in, but we'll see. It was so nice yesterday, so I could just transplant some of that. And I would have gone yesterday, but it said yesterday, like when it's windy, it like blocks out any other weather, so you have no idea if it's gonna be like windy and pouring or windy and bright sun. So to the beach I go. Good thing I'm not looking to jump right in the water because it's way out right now. Also, that cloud looks ominous. Teeny bits of blue sky, but looks better down there. But it looks like, well, these clouds are kind of going. I can't tell if they're even moving. I mean, they are, they're clouds, but they all kind of seem to be moving different directions, so. And I checked the weather for other parts of the island, and it's all rating the same. So I don't think you can really trust the weather prediction on an island this small. Honestly, it's like a very rough estimate. So it's possible that where I was yesterday, or on like the east side or west side of the island, or even like in the south, it might be beautiful and this might be cloudy all day, or it might be exactly the same in those places or worse. So I'm just gonna stay here because it's easy. Decided to walk down the beach because it's low tide. I'm gonna go post up kind of where there's more sand down there that's dry. The sand over here is very wet, and because the tides come in so quickly and go out so quickly, at least I think that's part of it. It doesn't actually ever really fully dry, at least not over here. I was noticing it did where I was on the north end of the island, but yeah, so I'm gonna go down where there's sand that's dry, and it's right next to that cafe where I got ice cream a couple of days ago, and they seem to have really good food there, and they're open from 9 to 5, so I figured I would just go plant myself close to them, have access to food all day, and be in the sand, and then as the water comes in, if it's warm enough, maybe I'll go for a swim. That's the plan. So I was looking at the like reviews and stuff and like social media for this place that I'm going to be spending my day theoretically at, and so you can kind of see it down there. It's the where is it? It's a little blue and little square boxes. They're these little like shipping containers, and so like they're up there. They're like by that wall, right? But just down there. And apparently last spring, like in April, when they have the high tides here, so like they have high tides and low tides all year round, but they have spring high tides, which is like just, that's when the tide just goes ridiculous. And apparently the tide came up so high that it like flooded the area around their little cafe. So the tides do get rather high here. It's kind of wild. Well, this is disappointing news. I don't really like swimming near the runoffs. They just always smell a little weird, and there's always a ton of seaweed around them. And that's where I was going to post up, right there. Last time I was here, the water was high enough that you couldn't see this little runoff thing. So I do know on the other side of that wall over there, there's a swim access point. It's not sand, it's rocks, but it's clear, like I've been out there. So swimming might be reserved for out there. Not a deal. See, there's the runoff. Look how much more seaweed is over here. Like, over there. I guess the like Hawaiian island girl in me just can't trust it. It's probably perfectly fine. At least I hope it is, but you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't look terrible. It looks just like stream runoff, but I don't know. Can't help myself. I think it's weird. Ooh. It's good, and it's actually decaf, so that's impressive, actually. So now I'm gonna sit here and drink my coffee and enjoy the beach. So dogs aren't my favorite. Like, I've come a long way in the last 4 years to like appreciating them and liking some of them, but I'm not like a dog person instinctually. And apparently this is a dog beach, who knew? So I'm not feeling super excellent about laying on the sand here. But also, like, people have their dogs like completely off leash, which, you know, fine if they're well behaved. But like, this woman has like 3 dogs. They're all very energetic. They're all off leash and they're running every which way. 2 of them ran over my blanket. 1 of them jumped on me. Like, and she's just like, oh, sorry. But like, continues to just talk on the phone. Like, what? Like, I am here for you if you are a responsible dog owner and your dog is well trained. If you let your dogs run wild in public spaces, then you're a bad dog owner, is my 2 cents in that matter. Your dog should never be jumping on strangers. I don't care how friendly they are. Yeah, that's my hot take on the matter. Also, what's happening there? Yeah. My beach day is kind of not going great, friends. We'll say that. It's not going great. Part of me is wondering if I need to move beaches. Maybe if that will help me to get away from the being trampled on by dogs. I might try that. Well, I found a beach that has 100% fewer dogs on it, but it's also a rock stone pebble beach, so there's that. I'm pretty sure these all have something to do with runoff too, but I'm just gonna ignore that fact for now because the water looks cleaner. But yeah, the tide's out quite far, so this is not an all-day available place. Like, the water's gonna come in at some point, but for now I'm gonna lay here for a bit and see how it is. Okay, well, it's about noon 30 and I'm deciding, do I walk back over there to the little shack thing and get lunch there like I was planning and then just kind of hang out there until it gets too cold, or do I just go get more Thai food, which is at the end of the pier where I currently am. So I think there's this big gray cloud that's just like hovering in this corner of the island and it's just like circling, and it's really frustrating because I want it to be nice so badly, although maybe there's a little bit that's gonna come my way. That could be great. I don't know. Thai food? I picked Thai food. So I got takeout Thai food. And the woman was like, do you want fork or just chopsticks? And I was like, just chopsticks. He was like, good. Happy. And the sun is currently behind that cloud, but my prospects are pretty solid. Okay, so this is a little more different. It's a slightly sweeter flavor profile, and the lime is an odd, interesting addition. I'm also using the other noodles, like the really wide ones, and these are like more like pad Thai noodles. But it's good. Like, it's a little different. I think this is a little more off than the curry was last night, but I still like it. Also, check out how far the water's come up. Like, it was way out there when I got here. Like, I was laying on the other side of that rock, which was a beach, and like I walked over here and it was all above water. And like the water over there, you could walk over there without getting wet. There's like a sand beach. Oh, the sun. So some like tween girls showed up, and you see that pile of stuff? That's where my stuff was, like right in that little divot. They just dropped all their stuff there. Now they're being very loud and obnoxious at the water's edge. So, love that. Well, I think the tide might finally be up as far as it's gonna get. All the seaweed's pretty much covered, all the barnacles are covered. The water line's almost there. So that was the thing that I walked out to like here on. Everything over here is all covered, there's a bunch of rocks. I walked across there and then I was laying back there. Now this is all the way up to the stairs over here. There's another set of stairs down there and then there's that path. So I can't touch past about here. But what I was doing, because the cement thing is really light, is I was using it as like a lane. So I would like swim out as far as I wanted to swim and then turn around, but like use it as like a marking point. So I would like know where I was. And also because I'm low-key terrified to swim where I can't see the bottom, I would use it because I could see the bottom of that, like you could see where that was. But it's beautiful out. Starting to get a tiny bit cloudy, but not terribly. And over there is all completely covered in water now. There's a sand beach you can't see. There's a big rock pile you can't see. That rock all over there that you can't see. There's one over here that's covered in barnacles that I a little bit scraped my hand on. Kind of see it's a little red. But yes, there's lots of people here now too. So we've had a lot of the like whippy ice cream here, but I've not tried any hard ice cream. So I was like, you know what, I should try that. I went to one place and all they had was like weird flavors, like they're all fruity, which is not my jam, or just like vanilla, which is boring. So I went to another place, they had mint chip. It's good. It is a little artificial, but like the creaminess of the ice cream part kind of makes up for it. Like a 9 out of 10. Well, I successfully achieved a beach day. It was not the beach day I envisioned. I'll be real about that. I thought there'd be a lot more sand involved, but I'm not mad about it. It was good. I got a lot of sun, ate some good food, maybe had a drink, who knows. So now it's like almost 5. I'm not really hungry. Like I had lunch at like 12:30 and it was like, I had good lunch. So I think I'm probably not gonna be hungry until probably like 6 or 7. And the sun is kind of like, it's getting a little cloudier. Like it got too cold to be in the water, so I got out and dried off and changed. And then I kind of didn't want to sit there anymore. I've literally been there all day. So I think what I'm gonna do is walk back to where I'm staying. And from there, I think I'm gonna shower because I have like layer upon layer of like sunscreen, salt. And it's kind of flaking off in a itchy way. So I want to shower and then I will probably just go to the pub that's right up the road from where I'm staying. They claim they're going to be open today and their menu claims that they have fish and chips and mushy peas, which is what I want for dinner. So hopefully that's the case. So I'll pick you up down the road. I will say though, Jersey is lovely. I would definitely come back. I'd stay somewhere differently, but I'd definitely come back. And I'd do more exploring of the island. Like it's really hard to kind of do a loop around the island unless you do one of these like big bus tours, which I was not really feeling. I kind of wanted to like spend a little more time in each place. But if you had like, you know, a full week here, then you could spend like a different day riding each bus route to kind of see, you know, see the stuff that's that direction. Because everything like comes from the town, St. Helier, and then like spiders out, but it doesn't connect around the outer loop. So yeah, that's probably what I would suggest / what I would do myself if I came back, is just keep riding the buses out and seeing, you know, seeing the sights out there, doing some walking, doing some swimming. But yeah, lovely place. British-ish dinner. I finally tried the pub restaurant at the end of the road. they're fine. Nothing to write home about. I was gonna eat in the actual pub. There's like a pub and there's a restaurant section. I was gonna eat in the actual pub section, but it was a little bro-y for me. And there was like sports on a TV and music pumping. Oops, my sweater. And that's not the vibes that I was looking for after my lovely, like, relaxing day at the beach. So I decided to go into the restaurant, which was a little chaotic because I think they were overbooked and they still let me just walk in and get food. The food was like solid. Like, I've had better fish and chips in my life. I've also had worse. So I will say one thing about just chips in general that I've noticed since being in the Channel Islands, and that they are not afraid to make them crispy, unlike in England and Ireland and Wales and Scotland and all the other places I've been, which they're always kind of like smushy, but they're crispy here. I'm a fan. So yeah, fish and chips. And my last real solo day. Tomorrow is gonna be completely a travel day, just to get from Jersey on the Channel Islands to freaking Spain because of my ridiculous 6-hour layover in London Heathrow. So I will probably be getting on a bus at like 6:30 tomorrow morning and getting off of a train at like 8:39 tomorrow night. So ridiculous, but it is what it is. So I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I still have to pack, which is gonna be an adventure. And I will see you tomorrow, or for you, since I'm posting them once a week, next week.